The Lone Star Showdown. A rivalry once thought dead and gone, but it is back. And now we find out who gets the right to lay claim to the football-obsessed state of Texas. This matchup has had all kinds of great moments, and we're ready for some more. Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. They'll pounce on the loose ball in the end zone, stop the drive, and it'll be a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got room at the 35. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Arch Madness. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Finds a man in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And man, oh man, that is not a good sign for this offensive line. We talked to this team, man. They talked about, they got after the quarterback last week. They were watching him on tape. They had 6 sacks. They've got to do a better job protecting their guy. Opportunity on the first drive, man, they failed early. They've got to do a better job of picking up these blitzes, understanding these guys are going to pin their ears back and try to get to the quarterback.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Really nice gain, gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop.
Here's Reed to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third and long right here. Back to pass, it's Reed. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Run in the red zone, it's Brown. Headed to the end zone, runs it into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Texas A&M going up tempo. Just feeds the running back. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. He's changing the play. Arch is going to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They'll need a bunch on second down.
Check. 29 belts. 29 belts. Freeze. Ready. Sweep. Ready,
Looking
go.
for a man. It's Manning. Stepping to the right. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
22.
Manning to the air again. Rushes on. Still looking for a man. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Texas A&M going quickly. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
Left side is Townsend. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs? Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for space. It's Edwards. They were all over it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive. He
stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Throwing Reed. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. Makes a move. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Running inside, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. The 20. The 10. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdown.
Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Texas A&M, 0. Number 96, set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Arrington. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Reed. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Out wide left, it's Edwards. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Moving the pocket, it's Reed. Fires downfield. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Texas A&M going up tempo. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this 4th down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. 4th down, Reed. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Turning it on. Got the first down. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They've got him corralled.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Play action, here's Manning. Flush to the left. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Reed, look out! The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's the Huskers getting a banner day from their stars on the road to pick up victories away from home. That's the mark of a focused team.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left side. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. It's the 39. Here's Reed to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. Number 7.
Ready to try the point after.
The kicker is on for the extra
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Texas A&M. 7. Number 38. Set to kick off. Texas.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. Ball loose in the end zone. Defense all over it, and they've stopped the drive, and they'll get a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Left side is Townsend. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Making the adjustment. Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Texas! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, and lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. All over him immediately. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Reed to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the right. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted to fourth down to keep the drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Powers through the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Texas A&M going quickly.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Hard running there. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Maybe a crease. He's at the and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing Manning. Out wide right, it's Coleman. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Throwing Reed. Going over the top. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's Manning. Extending the play. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Manning on play action. Rush right in his face. Finds his target. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play.
Ready. 1-18. Go.
Here's Manning to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Line getting set on second down. A design run for the quarterback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Now here's Reed. Out wide left, it's Horton. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Texas A&M, number 10, with the carry.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Left side is Brown. Sprinting away. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Changing the routes with his receiver. To throw, Manning. He caught it.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back to back.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. It's a He picks it up, still on his feet. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. Reed. He's going for it all. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Manning with a play fake. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. From the red zone, it's Brown. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient, you want to finish the deal, but you might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. They want to run this quarterback. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. If you can generate a few first downs running the ball now, you can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock to win.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Finds his man. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Play fake, Reed. That one's not even close.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Reed. Under pressure. Goes high to pull it in. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to pass. It's Reed. He's not afraid to go deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
2nd and long here. Reed to the air again. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, it's Edwards. Just smothered on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Here's Reed to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He makes a grab into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. An 84-yard drive there, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass.
28.
Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and, David, we win the game.
And, man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right. They put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.